With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
All day, baby, let's go! Let's go!
Here we go! 30 base. Hey, 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 hey! Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ready, ready!
56! Mike's 56! I got you, punk! 56! Mike, 56, right there, 56! Check back, check back!
Get it!
They'll look to throw now on first down. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Kill! 57 to Mike! 57 to Mike!
Go!
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Come on, set! 10-2 stop! Hey, team 6! Team 6!
Here I come! 49 to Mike! 49 to Mike! Watch the pass! 49, got it.
Yep.
49.
Shoot!
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Ready. 70 under. 58. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Check. Check. Switch. Ready.
They run for the first time with Justice Hill. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good.
Yeah.
Backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Come on, set. 27. Echo. Mike 27. You're not ready. Hey, check Mike 27. So don't say nothing.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Tight dog. Shoot.
2nd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch the run. Mike, 56. Mike, 56. Watch the screen.
Look at me. Zipper. Let's go.
Back to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
San Francisco.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Check 56. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Switch.
General West. Yes. Gone.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Breida, he'll try to right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
A pickup of 2 yards. And a 49er 1st down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Seahawks 7, 49ers nothing.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Get off the field, defense. Check 13. Check 13.
You draw Corker.
This is Breida. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 28-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 50, plant.
Come to my work. We want it. Come
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Alpha. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 7-yard line.
Buddy up. Go 58 to the mic. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
On second down, Hill. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
58, boys. 58. 58 to Mike. Army, Army. Army, Army. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. His first catch. Good for 9 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch the run. They're running it.
They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up. Mike, 56, Mike.
Now!
Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
Get it!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he's into the clear. 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At the 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
San Francisco.
Got it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You don't want none. Pick up the ball.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. 61. Matchbox lights.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Here we go.
Lights 57. Hey, Echo.
I know he ain't got it. 57.
Back to throw here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At the 19-yard line.
58 to Mike. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Check.
Squeeze. He's checked.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
I'm going to run you over.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, 4 down. Alert flare.
On 2nd down, it's Hill, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Justice Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Rock it.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Push him back.
2nd and 9 now. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 45. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
On first down, Hill. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Niners' 39-yard line.
Here we go. Hayward. Get the flag. Watch 88. Single. That's single in the slot. Hey, check Mike 57. Gotta do better. Come on, run it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Black. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Switch up.
They're going to look to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Intercepted by the 49ers. His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, break.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Order. 57. Mike, 57. Target.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Go, go. He's scared. 58's the mic. 58. 58's the mic. Hey, pick your pass.
They'll drop the throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Right. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, trot. Field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. Right here.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
I got one. Mike's 54. Here we go, D.
Here's 2nd and 8. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
58's the mic. I'm coming after you.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, Haywood.
49, guys. Mike, 49. You got nothing.
2nd and 13. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Hey, box drop, box drop. Now.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
Watch the ship, watch the ship.
Protein spill.
Blood's 49. In your face.
Hey, exit.
49.
They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but now it's third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Let's go, first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Yeah, so hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Go.
2nd and 10. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Let's go.
Look to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Man up, D. Man up, D.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check, crunch. Hey, crunch. Check 37.
They'll run on first down. It's Hill, and they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
2nd and 3. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you got to go out.
And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 42, 49ers 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Come get some. Come on.
Hey, Delta.
He don't want it.
Hey, go.
2nd and 11. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. The pickup there, 5 yards.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
5.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Hey, here we go.
5.
They'll look to throw here. Going up top. And now here's another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
I'm coming for you, son. Watch safety green.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
22. Check. He's coming. Double up. Check.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Watch 57. Watch the ball. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Bring it. Let it go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On first down, here's Love. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
You better bring it. You better. Let's go.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, San Francisco. Tonight's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.